Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan Battle video. So I just wanted to do a video going over a lot of the things that are going to be coming to Dokkan over the next couple of days. Now, they did do, I think, the reveal a little too early. I mean, they probably, remember, originally it was scheduled to be today. Even today feels a tad too soon because the banners are coming on the 14th, dude. Okay, so, okay, the time zone I'm in, Eastern, like, it's going to be the 14th in my time zone when the banners come out. Like, we're talking days and days away, dude, that the banners are actually dropping. I think that the data download is likely tomorrow, on the 12th, and then again we're gonna see the banners actually dropping on the 14th. So I'm not really super sure why the reveal was so early. I mean, I think if we look at just, you know, building hype, part one of the celebration did a really good job because it was, you know, the reveal kind of happened, and then, you know, the celebration began, and then the characters were out right away as soon as the celebration began. You know, same day as the reveal, characters are out. I think that's the best way to handle it. That's what Legends has typically done as well. They would have a reveal in the morning, and then later that night, the characters come out. I feel like that meshes well, right? Like, it didn't sit well with a lot of global players when the 9th anniversary began. Greatest celebration in Dokkan history, yeah. But then for global, you know, like the reveal, the Dokkan Now happens, the celebration starts, and then it was still 2 days until things actually dropped. And I mean, that's kind of sort of what we've got here, where part 2 started yesterday, and then it's, you know, 4 days after, although that is normal. Part 2s with these big celebrations do work that way, where part 2 starts, and then the actual banner and characters is several days later. I mean, they've been doing that for many celebrations in a row now. So again, I just want to kind of go over the things that are going to be coming over the next couple of days. I do anticipate we could probably see an EZA. So remember, last year at this time, we actually had, I believe, the same amount of EZAs as this celebration, major EZAs, which is 3. Last year, we had Tech Trunks, we had AJL Zamasu, and then we had Int Future Gohan. This year, we had LR Turles, Int Broly, and Tech Broly. So we have the same amount of, like, main EZAs, but last year at this time, we were already up to 3 sub-EZA characters in the Tech Trunks from the fight against First Form Cell. There was Int Mai and Goasu and Zamasu. At the exact same time, we had 3 sub-EZAs, which they haven't done this year. And then, remember, they did another EZA. I should probably pull this up while I'm talking about it. I'm a silly goose. But if we take a look at it here, okay, one more page forward. So, again, the first EZA batch right there, right? Then Future Gohan and this Trunks, that was the start of part 2. Then, of course, you know, we had the Carnival LR part 2. But then, remember, there was another EZA that dropped right here. Even though I consider these sub-EZA characters, but remember, they had their own EZA, those 4. So I do think that there's a chance, you know, next week, probably. So, you know, maybe like the 16th or 17th or something like that, we could potentially see like another EZA in part 2. I don't know what it might be, but I think there's a good chance of that. And then remember, as the Worldwide Download Celebration was wrapping up for part 3, we had the EZA Int Goku Black, and then kind of more so the EX part at the very end of the celebration, we had LR Goku Black actually get his EZA. So, all right, the first thing I want to cover right here, so I pointed this out yesterday. Let me actually pull up my tweet talking about this. I feel like this is big, but there's... Okay, I mean, this is a tough topic to kind of, like, sort of talk about, but Dokkan, way back in the day, was really weird with how they handled, like, Buu Saga and Movie Hero and stuff like that, because a lot of the... Specifically, this mostly applies to Gohan, Goten, Trunks, and I guess Dragon Fist Goku, because, like, you know, that Super Saiyan Gohan and Goten and Trunks and Super Saiyan 3 Goku, they appear in the movies and also in Buu Saga, And it is pretty close. You can make like a 1-to-1 comparison for them. You know, back when categories were first a thing, characters would be on both Movie Hero and Boo Saga, right? Now, they don't do that anymore. So, like, if we take a look at this Trunks and Videl, this is, well, actually, no, not this Videl, because this Videl, who has been around for a long time, no, she's not on Boo Saga. She came out in 2017. I guess it's just not consistent, because, like, I don't know, maybe because of her outfit, like, it actually might be outfit related, because she never appears in the Boo Saga in this outfit, and then Kid Trunks never appears in the Boo Saga in this outfit right here, and Kid Trunks is also not on Boo Saga. However, if we, let's just look at Movie Heroes, because Movie Heroes is where we could look at a lot of these characters, right? Like him right there, and then where's the other Dragon Fist? Scanning. Shouldn't he be like right here? Here he is, right there. Like this guy, right? Like these are the same character, but you know, way back in the day, you know, he's on Boo Saga and Movie Hero right here. And then look at this. He's not on Boo Saga, but he is on Movie Hero. This is the most recent version, right? So they kind of moved away from keeping characters on both Boo Saga and Movie Hero, right? I guess Videl never even was, probably because of the outfit. But like that Kid Trunks who I just showed, who's not on Boo Saga, if we go way back to, like, you know, the early days, we could see he was on Boo Saga, was on Movie Hero, and then right here, this Kid Trunks, you know, not on Boo Saga. So it's like they kind of have moved away from that, from, again, just the beginning of Dokkan where things were just a little bit more inconsistent. I do think it's correct for the characters to not be on Boo Saga, but obviously it benefits us that the character is going to be. So I did point out that on Global, in the tweet, I believe, they did, you know, show that the Super Saiyan Gohan was on, you know, Boo Saga and Defender of Justice, which is two categories he did not have on the JP tweet. But then they actually added Gohan to Boo Saga and to Defender of Justice. So it's not very consistent, especially with, you know, Kid Trunks and Videl, who are, you know, characters coming out at the exact same time, basically. But even though it's not consistent, it's still good for us. It's actually really good for us, by the way, because there is an elite character who, I mean, honestly, almost kind of seems rather underrated by the way I've seen people talk about him, in the Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I mean, Ultimate Gohan as well. Both of them are on Kamehameha, right? Both of these guys can be run. They might have done that just to synergize the Carnival Gohan with these two, because these two will work well on that Kamehameha team with this Gohan now being a Kamehameha character. That opens up these two to working well with him. So it is a good decision that benefits us, even if I do think it would be more consistent with making the categories correct by having Gohan not be on Boo Saga. I think he probably shouldn't be. But, I mean, there's so many things. Like, I kind of think that, like, the first form Frieza that came out this year should be on Namek Saga. Like, and Bardock and all those characters should be, like, all those, that flashback shit was happening during the Namek Saga. I think they could be on Namek Saga. Like, I don't know. And then there's, of course, you know, stupidity. Like, why is Golden Frieza and why are Metal Cooler not on, whatchamacallit? Why are Golden Frieza and Metal Cooler not in Space Traveling Warriors? It just doesn't really make a ton of sense. I don't know. Like, the category stuff has always been an issue. And, I mean, with the more vague the category gets, the worse Dokkan has actually kind of handled some of the stuff. So, not really too sure. I'm going to be very curious. Actually, wait. Let me take a look. The Videl, the banner unit Videl, she's not on Boo Saga, right? All right, let's take a look here. So, this is the new banner unit Videl. And yeah, Dragon Ball Seekers, Earthbred Fighters, Peppy Gal, Movie Hero, Earthling, Defender of Justice, Balana, Parent, and Child. So she is not on Boo Saga, which I do think is correct. I guess the reason, it seems like none of these, this version of Videl, has never been on Boo Saga. But again, like, her in this outfit doesn't appear in Boo Saga, so I don't know. Now, I have seen some kind of weirder takes, like, oh, Gohan is on Boo Saga, why don't put Broly on there? And it's like, bro, like, what? Like, dude, like Broly's not a Boo Saga character, man. Come on. Like, this Gohan, like, Gohan looks like this when he's sparring with Goten, right? So it's like, like, you know, you can make that stretch that, oh, look, you know, like, you know, he's there in Boo Saga. Like, let me just pull that up as well. So, see, right here, like this is Boo Saga, you know, when they're fighting, right? And it's like they're kind of in those arcs. That's just before the World Tournament actually starts, right? Like, they're training for the World Tournament. So, I mean, you could, again, kind of make the stretch out of that character. Although, Gohan does have some differences in his belt color, surprisingly enough, between, like, when it's Boo Saga. And I think it's, like, I don't know, like, Dragon Ball has just become so inconsistent with a lot of things. There's a specific character I'm looking for. Let me pull up you, and then let me pull up, where is he? Yeah, this guy right here. So his belt is red right there, and then this one, his belt is yellow, right? Like, it doesn't, I don't know, man. Like, Dokkan, well, it's not a Dokkan thing. It's just Dragon Ball, right? Like, look at Future Trunks nowadays, right? Like, they can never make up their mind what color his hair is, or Bulma's hair as well. Like, it's just, that's almost just kind of like the charm of Toriyama, right? I don't know. It's not meant to look into the shit too deeply. Okay, I actually kind of went on a little bit of a longer tangent than I expected, talking about the Gohan being added to Boo Saga and Defender of Justice and stuff like that. I'll probably just make this its own video then. But yeah, so Gohan was added to these categories. This is overall a good thing. Again, it does strengthen his team quite a bit, because now Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku and LR Ultimate Gohan become consistent good options on the team, because this guy is now on Boo Saga. One of the major things, you know, even though he's very, very good, I have been talking about how horrible it is that he's got this forever. It's been bad since day one, but this guy is going to be awesome on Carnival Gohan's team. Yeah, so, I mean, it's funny, you know, as I've thought about it more, and, you know, as I correctly understand that he's just guarding at all times, and I'm seeing calcs on about how much damage he's probably going to do, this character is probably in contention for #1 overall. Like, this guy might be, I don't know if this is going to be the best character in the game, but I think I could easily potentially see them as #1, because how easy it is to get to the standby. And if it does as much damage as people think it does, shit's going to get crazy. So, him being added to Boo Saga to strengthen that Kamehameha team with both of these characters. Again, both of these guys are on Kamehameha, right? So, with, yeah, the Kamehameha right there. And then Super Saiyan 3 Goku, of course, is on Kamehameha as well. So now we have a nice little core ready to go for this Carnival Gohan. So let me know what you guys think. Again, some of the category stuff is very inconsistent, but it definitely is just better for us as players overall, with this Gohan actually being a Boo Saga character.